Indoor Matters with Damien and Sarah.
Happy New Year, everyone, and welcome back to Indoor Matters.
Yeah, Happy New Year.
I'm Damien.
And I'm Sarah.
And I'm so excited to kick off 2025 with all of you.
Indoor Matters with Damien and Sarah.
We're kicking off 2025 with a toast, to cleaner air, healthier spaces, and a partner who's been with us every step of the way.
Absolutely.
Sanitizer.
Yeah, it's been fascinating to see how much their support has helped us dive deep into the world of indoor environments.
Absolutely. Their commitment to creating healthier indoor spaces really aligns with what we're all about here at Indoor Matters.
For sure.
And to be honest, their approach is so much more than just your average cleaning service.
Yeah, you're right. It's interesting how they frame their mission.
Yeah.
It's not just about eliminating germs, but about truly improving the quality of the entire indoor environment. It's like they're tackling the issue from a holistic health perspective.
Okay, so let's break that down a bit. What exactly makes their approach stand out?
Sure.
When I was looking into their work, I noticed they emphasize using these hospital-grade solutions.
Uh-huh.
What does that even mean?
That's a great question.
Yeah.
It's not just a marketing buzzword.
Okay.
Hospital grade actually refers to a specific set of standards and regulations set by organizations like the EPA.
Okay.
These solutions need to be proven effective against a wide range of pathogens,
Right.
far beyond what you'd find in your typical household cleaner.
So it's not just about making things smell lemony fresh. It's about ensuring a level of cleanliness that actually impacts health.
Precisely. And on top of that, they're incorporating advanced technologies into their cleaning processes.
Okay.
For instance, they utilize something called electrostatic spraying,
Right.
which helps the disinfectant cling to surfaces more effectively, ensuring complete coverage and preventing those pesky germs from finding a hiding spot.
Wow, so they're really going the extra mile to make sure those surfaces are truly clean.
Uh-huh.
But what about the eco-friendly aspect they talk about so much?
Yeah.
Is that just a trendy label?
Not at all.
Okay.
They actually put a lot of effort into selecting cleaning products that are both effective and environmentally responsible.
Right.
This means choosing products that break down naturally, reducing their impact on ecosystems, and minimizing the risk of harmful residues left behind in your home.
I'm really impressed with their commitment to transparency and detail.
Yeah.
It's refreshing to see a company in this industry go above and beyond the basic requirements.
Yeah, their attention to detail even extends to their staff. They invest heavily in training their technicians, ensuring they not only understand the science behind the products and processes, but also how to approach each job with the utmost professionalism and respect for the client's space.
I've heard great things about their technicians from our listeners, too.
Yeah.
It's clear they prioritize building trust and fostering a positive experience for their clients. Honestly, their whole ethos is about going beyond just a transaction.
Right.
They're actually trying to educate and empower people to take control of their indoor environments.
It's a fantastic example of how a company can be both successful and socially responsible. They're raising the bar for the entire industry by showing that it's possible to achieve exceptional results while being mindful of both human health and the environment.
Speaking of raising the bar,
Yeah.
you know what else impressed me? Their dedication to innovation.
Yeah.
They're constantly pushing the boundaries of what's possible in the disinfection world.
It's true. I've been following their research on antimicrobial surfaces, which could revolutionize the way we design and maintain our indoor spaces.
Wow.
They're partnering with material scientists to develop surfaces that can actually repel and neutralize pathogens on contact.
Okay.
Imagine a world where doorknobs and countertops actively prevent the spread of germs. That's the kind of future they're working towards.
That's incredible. And that kind of forward thinking really aligns with our mission here at Indoor Matters.
Absolutely.
We're both striving to educate and inform people about the impact their indoor environments have on their health and well-being.
So important. Yeah, it's a powerful partnership, wouldn't you say?
Yeah?
Having Sanitizer on board has allowed us to bring in leading experts, explore cutting-edge research, and really get into the nitty-gritty of how our indoor environments impact our health.
It's true. I still remember that episode we did on the microbiome of indoor spaces.
Right.
Their support allowed us to interview that amazing researcher from Finland who was studying how different cleaning practices affect the diversity of microbes in our homes.
That was a fascinating one. It really highlighted how much we still have to learn about the complex ecosystem that exists within our own four walls. And speaking of learning,
Yeah.
Sanitizer doesn't just stop at their own research and innovations.
Right.
They're incredibly committed to educating the public about indoor health.
Yeah, I've noticed that too. They have a whole section on their website dedicated to resources and articles about creating healthier indoor spaces. They even offer free webinars and workshops for people who want to learn more about topics like air quality, mold prevention, and choosing the right cleaning products.
It's like they're saying, hey, we're not just here to clean your space. We're here to empower you to understand and manage your indoor environment.
Right.
That commitment to education really speaks to their values, and it's something we deeply admire here at Indoor Matters.
And it's so important, especially now. Think about how much our lives have shifted towards indoor spaces in recent years.
Yeah.
We work from home, we exercise indoors, we entertain indoors. Our indoor environments have become an extension of ourselves.
Absolutely. And yet we often take them for granted. We might meticulously choose organic produce and filter our drinking water.
Right.
But then we completely neglect the air we breathe for 8 hours a day.
It's almost as if we've developed a sort of indoor blindness where we just accept stuffy, air-harsh lighting and cluttered spaces as the norm.
And that's where companies like Sanitizer are making a real difference. They're not just cleaning, they're raising awareness. They're helping us see our indoor spaces with fresh eyes and understand how they can either support or sabotage our health and well-being.
It's like they're shining a light on a hidden world, revealing the invisible forces that shape our daily lives. And honestly, that's what I find so exciting about this partnership. We're both on a mission to empower people with knowledge, to help them see the connections between their indoor environment and their overall health.
And that knowledge is truly powerful once you understand how things like ventilation, lighting, and even the materials used in your home can impact your mood, your sleep, your productivity, even your immune system.
Wow.
You can start making conscious choices to create a space that truly nourishes you.
It's all about taking control, right? Not just accepting the status quo, but actively shaping our indoor environments to support the lives we want to live.
Exactly. It's about realizing that our homes and workplaces are not just static containers, but dynamic ecosystems that we can influence and interact with.
Right.
And that's a really empowering thought, isn't it?
It is. It makes me think about the potential for positive change.
Yeah.
If we can shift our mindset from simply tolerating our indoor spaces to actively cultivating them, imagine the impact that could have on our collective health and happiness.
It's an exciting vision, and one that both Indoor Matters and Sanitizer are deeply committed to realizing. We believe that knowledge is the key, and by working together, we can help people unlock the full potential of their indoor environments.
So as we raise a glass to Sanitizer this New Year's, let's also toast to all of our listeners out there, to all of you who are tuning in and taking this journey with us, to those who are opening windows, swapping out harsh light bulbs, and yes, even tackling that dusty air filter. Every small step counts.
Yeah, we're all in this together. Creating healthier indoor environments isn't just about individual actions. It's about building a collective awareness, sharing knowledge, and inspiring each other to create spaces where we can truly thrive.
And that brings us to a thought I'd like to leave you with as we wrap up this New Year's celebration of Sanitizer and our shared mission. Think about your own indoor space. What's one change, big or small, that you could make this year to make it a little healthier, a little more supportive of your well-being?
It might be something as simple as adding a few more plants to purify the air. Or perhaps it's finally tackling that lingering clutter that's been weighing you down. Maybe it's investing in an air purifier, or even just committing to opening your windows for a few minutes each day.
Whatever it is, take that first step. You might be surprised by how much even a small change can impact your mood, your energy levels, and your overall sense of well-being.
Here's to a happy, healthy, and thriving 2025. A huge thank you to Sanitizer for making it all possible.
So having said that, let's dive into our topic for this episode, the first for the new year. You know, I was thinking back to our last one,
Yeah.
where we really got into all those indoor air quality technologies.
Yeah.
Especially here, you know, with the tough climates we have in the UAE.
Especially here.
And one thing really stuck with me.
Yeah.
It was those mycotoxins.
Yeah.
Those nasty little toxins from mold, you know.
Yeah.
And I started wondering
Yeah.
if there were products out there that were really tackling that head on.
Okay.
And I actually found one called the TPA X8 Pro air sanitizer.
Now that's an interesting one.
Right.
The name itself, air sanitizer, not just purifier,
Right.
suggests it's doing something more.
Yeah, exactly. So I really started digging into this thing. And the more I learned,
Yeah.
the more intrigued I became.
Okay.
So this thing can capture these incredibly small particles
Wow.
down to 0.0146 microns.
That's tiny.
It's tiny. to give you an idea.
Yeah.
It's way smaller than a human hair,
Wow.
which means it's catching even the tiny little viruses and the allergens and all this stuff that regular filters just miss completely.
I see.
But here's the kicker.
Okay.
It doesn't just trap these pollutants. It actually destroys them.
Wow.
Bacteria, viruses, mold, gone.
That's a big claim. And that's a crucial difference because most air purifiers, they just trap those nasties.
Right.
But they can stay active on the filter, and they can even multiply in some cases.
Yeah.
A true sanitizer.
Okay.
On the other hand, it actually eliminates or neutralizes those harmful contaminants at a molecular level.
It breaks them down.
It breaks them down.
Completely,
rendering them harmless.
Harmless.
Yes.
I love that. I think one of the other things that really got me excited about this was the filter is washable and reusable.
Oh, wow.
Which is...
That's good for the environment.
It's good for the environment.
It's your wallet.
And it's good for my wallet.
Yeah.
And on top of all that, the thing is sleek.
Okay.
It's quiet.
Nice.
Perfect for any space.
Yeah, that's great.
But let's go back to that.
Okay.
That sanitizer versus purifier thing.
Right.
I mean, what exactly earns the TPA X8 Pro, that sanitizer title?
Well, it's really all about the technology.
Okay.
Typical air purifiers, especially those with HEPA filters, work like a fine sieve, right?
Right.
Catching particles. But the TPA X8 Pro goes further.
Okay.
It uses something called twin pole active technology.
Okay.
Basically, two poles with opposite charges that create an electrostatic field within the device.
So it's like a microscopic magnet.
You got it.
That attracts.
Yes.
And then just disintegrates these harmful particles in the air.
Precisely.
I love that.
It's a very strong electrostatic field that disrupts the very structure of pollutants.
So they're not just trapped.
They're broken down.
They're broken down.
Yeah.
Which makes them harmless.
Yes.
Okay, so how does this compare to the HEPA filters then?
Good question.
A lot of people swear by HEPA filters.
Right.
I mean,
they are good.
I know they're good for larger particles.
For larger particles like dust and pollen.
Right. But when we get down to the ultrafine stuff.
Ultrafine stuff like viruses.
Right. The viruses, the bacteria.
The bacteria.
The mycotoxins.
And the mycotoxins.
Yeah, they struggle.
They struggle with that, yeah.
Okay, so let's break down why the TPA X8 Pro has the edge here.
Okay.
Let's start with viruses.
Okay. Viruses, they can remain active on the filter surface with a HEPA filter.
So they're caught.
Yeah, it's like they're caught.
But still dangerous.
But they're still dangerous, yeah.
Okay.
But with TPA technology, it disrupts their protein coat.
So it's like stripping away their armor.
It's like stripping away their armor.
Making them unable to infect.
Exactly.
That's a knockout punch.
It is. It's a knockout punch for viruses.
Okay, so what about bacteria?
Okay, with bacteria.
Similar.
Yeah.
Because I know...
HEPA filters trap them.
Right.
But then they can multiply on the filter itself if not replaced frequently.
So with TPA...
With TPA...
What happens?
TPA, it takes a different approach.
Okay.
It disrupts the bacteria's cellular processes, okay?
So it's neutralized.
It neutralizes them completely.
Okay, so no more bacteria multiplying on the filter itself.
That's right.
That's great. What about mycotoxins?
Mycotoxins, right?
We've already established that they're
a big concern.
A big concern.
And we know they can slip through traditional HEPA filters.
Yeah, they're tiny.
They are.
They're smaller than 0.3 microns, so they slip right through.
That's right.
Okay, so the TPA X8 Pro, with its ability to capture down to 0.0146 microns.
It captures and neutralizes them?
That's it. It neutralizes them.
Remember that electrostatic field?
It breaks them down.
It breaks them down, yeah.
Just like the other pollutants.
Just like everything else.
So it sounds like the TPA X8 Pro really addresses the limitations.
It does.
That we see with those traditional air purifiers.
Absolutely. And don't forget.
We can't forget benefits.
The added benefits.
Sustainability, right.
Reusable filter.
Reusable filter.
Less cost effectiveness.
Safer because it's ozone free.
Absolutely.
It really seems to tick all the boxes.
It does tick all the boxes.
Yeah.
Okay, let's dive a little deeper into these mycotoxins.
Okay.
Because I think for those who may not be familiar,
right,
they might not know what they are and why they should be concerned.
So mycotoxins are toxic compounds produced by certain types of mold.
Mold loves.
Mold loves damp, humid environments.
Right.
Bathrooms.
Basements.
Basements, even behind walls.
Yeah, yeah.
These mycotoxins are invisible to the naked eye.
Oh, wow.
And they can become airborne, meaning we can breathe them in without even realizing it.
That's when it gets scary.
That's when it gets scary.
Gotta
They
get
can
one.
cause a whole range of health problems. Yeah.
They can, right?
Yeah, respiratory problems, allergies, skin irritations are common.
Oh, wow.
And in some cases, there could even be neurological effects.
Really?
Yeah, and the scary part is
A lot of people don't realize.
they don't realize mycotoxins are a problem in their homes or workplaces.
Which is why having a system that can tackle them is crucial.
It's about creating a truly healthy indoor environment.
Right.
Going beyond just removing dust and pollen.
Yeah.
We're talking about tackling these hidden threats
Right.
that can seriously impact our health.
And that's where the TPA X8 Pro shines.
That's right.
Now, I understand that there's some fascinating research happening right here in Dubai,
Yes,
exploring the effectiveness of TPA technology
that's right.
against mycotoxins in real-world settings.
That's right.
Can you tell us a bit more about that?
Yeah, TPA has partnered with Sanitizer,
Okay.
which is a leading indoor hygiene expert in Dubai,
Okay.
to conduct some pretty groundbreaking research.
Yeah, they're taking the TPA X8 Pro out of the lab
Oh, wow.
and into real homes and buildings, especially those prone to mold growth.
So they're testing its effectiveness against mycotoxins
Exactly.
in real-life situations.
That's right.
That's amazing.
And they're measuring how much mycotoxin levels are reduced
Wow.
in spaces treated with the TPA X8 Pro. It's fascinating.
It is. It's fascinating.
Yeah.
What are they hoping to learn
Well,
from these real-world studies?
they're hoping to quantify the impact of TPA technology.
You know, it's one thing to say it works in a lab,
Exactly.
but it's even more powerful to see
To have real-world data.
real-world data.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They want to see how effective it is
Yeah,
in those spaces where mold and mycotoxins are a real concern.
that makes sense.
Yeah.
So it's all about proving its effectiveness
That's right.
in the environments
Yeah,
where it matters most.
exactly.
I love that. I'm really intrigued by this whole partnership and research.
Well, and because they're doing this research here in Dubai,
Yeah,
they're tackling a very specific challenge
right.
faced in this region, but with potential implications for other parts of the world too.
Absolutely.
You know,
Feels like they're really on the cutting edge of something big.
it's very exciting to see this kind of innovation happening right here.
Yeah, it really does.
It highlights the growing awareness
Of the importance
of clean, healthy air.
of clean air.
Yeah,
Well, we've covered a lot of ground
we have.
just in this first part
Yeah.
of our deep dive
Right.
into the TPA X8 Pro
Uh-huh.
and the world of air sanitization.
Yeah.
But before we move on,
Okay.
let's just quickly recap
Right.
what we've learned so far
Okay.
about this impressive device.
So the TPA X8 Pro stands out from traditional air purifiers in a few key ways.
Okay.
First,
Yeah.
it actively destroys those harmful pathogens
Instead of just trapping them.
instead of just trapping
Second.
it. Second, it captures those tiny ultrafine particles
Yeah.
that often slip through HEPA filters,
Including
viruses,
Yeah.
bacteria,
and those mycotoxins.
and those concerning mycotoxins.
Yeah.
And third,
Yeah.
it's a sustainable and cost-effective solution
Right.
thanks to its reusable filter.
And let's not forget,
And let's not forget,
it's sleek,
sleek
quiet,
and ozone-free,
and ozone-free.
making it a great choice for any home or office.
Absolutely. It seems to offer a comprehensive approach to air purification and sanitization.
It really does.
Yeah.
I have to ask, though,
Go.
given everything we've learned about mycotoxins
Yeah.
and the limitations of traditional air purifiers,
Right.
what steps can we take
Ah.
to ensure the air we breathe is truly clean and healthy?
That's a great question.
And it's one that we're going to explore further when we continue our deep dive into the TPA X8 Pro air sanitizer in our next segment.
Stay tuned. Welcome back to our deep dive.
Into this TPA X8 Pro, into this fascinating world of air sanitization and the TPA X8 Pro.
I am fascinated by this thing.
You know,
Yeah.
we left off with that question. What steps can we take to ensure the air we breathe
Right.
is truly clean?
It's a good question.
And I think understanding the science behind this technology
Right.
is a really good starting point.
You're right. We've talked a lot about what it does.
Yeah.
But how does it work?
Okay, yeah.
How does TPA technology
Yeah.
actually work its magic at a molecular level?
So imagine this.
Okay.
You have the TPA X8 Pro sitting there,
Okay.
quietly doing its thing. Inside, it's generating this powerful electrostatic field.
Okay, so like a
Think of it like a microscopic force field.
like a tiny force field
Yeah.
that zaps all the nasty pollutants.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And when things like viruses, bacteria, mold spores, even those mycotoxins we talked about,
Right.
when those things enter this field, their molecular structure
Gets disrupted.
is disrupted. They're bombarded with ions,
Right.
causing them to break down and become harmless.
So we're not just trapping them.
No.
We're neutralizing them
You're neutralizing them
at a fundamental level.
precisely.
Okay.
And that's the key difference from traditional methods, like
Yeah.
HEPA filters, which are like nets that catch the particles.
Right.
But those particles
Intact.
remain intact.
Right.
Right. TPA technology actually destroys the threat,
Destroys it.
not just contains it.
I love that.
Yeah.
Okay, so we have this electrostatic field
Yes.
that's zapping these pollutants.
Mhm.
But how does TPA technology create this field?
Okay. Well,
I mean, this sounds pretty high tech.
it's clever for sure.
Yeah.
It all comes down to those two poles
Okay.
with the opposite charges,
Huh.
hence the name twin pole active.
Right, okay.
These poles create electrical tension, which generates that electrostatic field.
So like a miniature
Kind of like a,
lightning storm.
yeah, a very controlled
Right.
and safe one,
Right.
of course.
Right. Contained.
It's designed to be incredibly precise, focusing solely on those harmful particles.
I like that.
Now, we know TPA technology
Yeah.
is effective against a whole range of pollutants.
Right. But let's break down how it tackles
Yeah.
each one specifically.
All right.
Let's start with viruses.
Okay. Viruses.
I think those are always,
Always a concern.
a top concern.
Yeah. So viruses are tricky.
Yeah.
They're basically these tiny little packets
Mhm.
of genetic material that can hijack our cells
And make us sick.
and make us sick. Yeah.
So TPA technology's electrostatic field,
Mm-hmm.
what's it do?
It disrupts their protein coat, which they need to function.
So it's like removing their armor,
It's like removing their armor.
making them unable
Making them unable to infect.
to infect.
Yes.
So they're rendered harmless.
They're rendered harmless.
They can't attach to our cells
Right.
and cause illness.
Yeah. That's the key.
Okay.
So,
Let's move on to bacteria.
okay, bacteria.
And they're everywhere, right?
They're everywhere.
Even in the air we breathe.
Even in the air we breathe.
I know they can cause,
All sorts of infections.
all sorts of infections,
Yeah.
from minor skin irritations to,
Serious illnesses.
to more serious things.
Yeah, absolutely.
So like viruses,
Yeah.
bacteria have.
They have a protective outer layer,
Right.
and that's what TPA technology disrupts. It disrupts their cellular processes, okay?
That's like
Neutralizing them.
neutralizing them.
And preventing them from multiplying
So it stops them
and causing harm.
from multiplying and
Yeah.
causing harm.
That's right.
So TPA technology
Yeah.
disrupts viruses,
Disrupts viruses.
neutralizes bacteria.
Neutralizes bacteria.
That's quite a 1-2 punch.
It is. It is a 1-2 punch.
But what about those sneaky mycotoxins?
Right? Those mycotoxins,
They're so difficult
they're particularly challenging
to deal with.
because they're so small.
Yeah.
And they can
They
linger in the air for a long time.
But remember, TPA technology
Yes.
can capture those ultrafine particles.
That's right.
So,
The electrostatic field breaks down mycotoxins,
okay,
just like it does
just like the other pollutants.
other pollutants. Yeah.
Okay, and renders them harmless.
Renders them harmless.
This is incredible.
It is.
I mean, it's remarkable
Yeah.
how one technology can address so many different threats.
It speaks to the power of scientific innovation
Yeah,
to create solutions
to protect our health.
that protect our health and well-being.
Yeah, well-being, our lives.
Yeah, absolutely.
So we've gone deep into the science
We have.
behind TPA technology.
Yeah.
We've seen how it destroys viruses, neutralizes bacteria,
Uh-huh.
breaks down those harmful mycotoxins.
It's clearly a very
is a very...
impressive and effective technology.
It is.
And in the next part of our deep dive,
Okay.
we're going to shift gears a little bit.
Okay.
And we're going to explore
Yeah.
the broader implications
Okay.
of TTA technology
Okay.
and its potential to revolutionize the way we think about air quality.
I like that.
It's not just about our homes anymore,
No.
but hospitals, schools, workplaces,
Anywhere.
anywhere clean, healthy air is a priority.
Makes sense.
There's a lot to unpack, so stay tuned.
Welcome back. We've spent the last 2 segments really getting deep into the TPA X8 Pro Air Sanitizer.
Yeah.
Exploring all that tech and science behind it. I want to kind of broaden things out now.
Okay.
And think about the bigger picture.
Right.
What are the implications of this TPA technology, not just for our homes, but for the world?
Well, that's where things get really interesting, I think. You know,
Yeah.
the potential applications of this technology are vast.
Yeah.
And I think we're only just starting to scratch the surface.
I think so, too.
You know, let's start with the obvious. Our homes,
Yeah.
we spend so much time indoors.
We do.
And the quality of the air we breathe directly impacts our health and well-being.
It really does.
Yeah.
Especially those with allergies or asthma.
Right. Those with allergies, asthma, or any other respiratory conditions.
That's no luxury.
Clean air is a necessity for them.
It is.
And even for those
Yep.
who don't have any pre-existing conditions,
Yeah.
breathing clean, sanitized air
Yeah.
can boost our immune systems,
Right.
improve sleep quality,
Yeah.
enhance our overall well-being.
So it's like having a shield
Yeah,
against all these pollutants that we've been talking about.
I like that analogy. I like that.
Right.
It creates a healthier, more comfortable living environment.
Yeah, for sure.
But as you said, it's not just about homes,
No, think about offices,
offices, schools,
schools, workplaces.
all the places where we spend hours
Hours.
breathing recirculated air,
Often.
filled with dust, allergens, and other things we'd rather not think about.
And we don't really have much control over that
Right.
in those environments.
And that can lead to
Yeah.
decreased productivity, more sick days, even long-term health issues.
Yeah, you're absolutely right.
So with TPA technology, we could create
Yeah.
cleaner, healthier work and learning environments,
Leading to happier, healthier,
leading to happier,
more productive individuals.
more productive individuals, for
Yeah,
sure.
Frankly.
And let's not forget
Yeah.
hospitals.
Hospitals and healthcare facilities.
This is where hygiene
It's just
is paramount.
crucial.
Absolutely crucial. Hospitals already have strict protocols
Right.
to maintain cleanliness.
Of course.
But TPA technology could add
another layer
another layer of protection
of protection,
against airborne pathogens,
especially in places like
especially in critical areas.
operating rooms,
Operating rooms, ICUs,
ICUs, waiting rooms.
waiting rooms.
Yeah, I mean, the potential there,
To prevent the spread of infections
Yeah.
is huge. It's massive.
it could be a real game changer
Yeah, for patient safety.
for patient safety, yeah.
But I think we can go even further.
Let's go further, yeah.
Think about public spaces.
Public spaces,
Shopping malls,
shopping malls, airports,
airports, restaurants,
gyms, you name it.
gyms,
These are high-traffic areas
where everything just spreads.
where germs and pollutants can
Yeah.
spread easily.
We don't think about the air we breathe
We don't.
in those places.
We don't think about it.
But it's something.
It's something we're exposed to.
Yeah, we're all exposed to it.
Imagine a world
Yeah.
where you could walk into a crowded shopping mall
Right?
or board a packed airplane
Yeah.
and know that the air you're breathing
It's being sanitized.
is being actively sanitized.
Wow.
You know, it would transform the way we think about public health and hygiene. It's
incredible.
It's exciting to think about
It really is.
how this technology could revolutionize so many aspects of our lives. It's not just about the technology itself.
Yeah.
It's about the research,
It's about the research
the innovation,
and innovation behind it.
the dedication of the researchers
The dedication of the researchers and engineers
who are pushing these boundaries
who are constantly pushing boundaries
to find solutions.
find solutions for a better future.
And I think a perfect example of that
Yeah,
is this partnership between PPA and Sanitizer,
absolutely.
which we talked about earlier.
Their ongoing research.
Yeah.
The field studies they're conducting.
It's all about validating the effectiveness
It's all about validating the effectiveness of TPA technology.
and providing real-world evidence of its impact.
Real-world evidence.
It's fantastic to see
It really is.
that kind of investment
Yeah,
in the future of clean air.
it truly is. And I believe this kind of innovation is essential.
If we want to create a world
If we want to create a world where clean air is accessible to everyone.
to everyone.
Yeah.
Well, we've covered a lot of ground in this deep dive.
We have.
We've explored the science behind TPA technology,
Yeah.
its potential applications,
Yeah.
the importance of continued research and innovation.
Yeah.
It's clear that clean air
Is vital.
is vital to our health and well-being.
Absolutely.
And it's inspiring
Yeah.
to see all these advancements being made.
it is an exciting time
Yeah.
to be exploring these innovations.
As we wrap up,
Yeah.
I want to leave our listeners with one final thought.
Okay.
Knowing what we know now about the invisible threats lurking in the air
Right.
we breathe,
Yeah.
and the power of technology to address these challenges, What steps can we take?
Yeah, what steps can we take?
Individually and collectively.
Individually and collectively.
To create a future where clean air is a fundamental right, not a luxury.
That's a powerful question. I love that.
Right.
I think it starts with awareness.
Yeah.
Understanding the importance of clean air.
Right.
Advocating for policies
That
prioritize air quality.
air quality, yeah.
We can also
We can support research.
and innovation in air purification technology.
Yeah, for sure.
And make conscious choices in our daily lives.
To promote cleaner air.
To promote cleaner air.
That's a great point.
It's about taking action.
Yeah.
Both big and small.
Big and small.
To create a healthier world for ourselves
Yeah.
and future generations.
On that note,
Yeah.
I think it's time to wrap up our deep dive into the TPA X8 Pro air sanitizer.
It has been a fascinating journey.
It has.
Yeah.
And I hope you've all gained a deeper understanding
Of the importance of clean air.
of the importance of clean air and the exciting possibilities that lie ahead.
I think so, absolutely.
Well, thank you all for joining us.
Thank you.
Keep learning, keep asking questions,
And keep breathing easy.
keep breathing easy. Happy New Year, everyone.